Hi everyone, welcome to another live stream. I hope you're doing well. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you again. Yeah, so today, as the thumbnail and description say, I'm going to be working on this JavaScript application. If you look in the description, then you can get a link to my GitHub page, which is Gwen Faraday, and then this app is Curriculum app. And then I have this project board here, which shows kind of my current status and what I'm working on in the app. So the next thing I'm working on are these sections cards. So I already added the API in Express for CRUD operations and sections. And I haven't looked at it. Hey, nobodies. It's good to see you again. I haven't looked at it in a week, but I think that was done. So this next card is for updating the UI, so now I have to add the UI to interact with that API, basically. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Vue 3 to come out to update that tutorial. I love talking about Vue. So this is another Vue application, and this is what I have so far. Basically, you can create curricula, and then you can view all of your curricula and the progress that you've made in it. And you can edit these and add new, I guess, resources and projects that you're going to go through and complete. You can check them off. But so far, once you create a curriculum, you can't add sections to it. So that's what I need to do now. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well in lockdown. I just dropped off my foster cat today, so I'm a little sad that he's gone, but overall I like staying in the house anyways, so it's been kind of fun. Hi Tin, how are you? Lack of DevTools support. No, because they're supposed to kind of upgrade everything together. I don't think there is going to be a lack of DevTools support for it. And anyways, a lot of the pieces of the DevTools aren't going to change, or the way we interact with them, like I think it will be. They said they're working to try to get them all out together. So they're doing a release of Vue DevTools, Vue Test Utils, Vue Router, and Vuex. So I think they're going to be all at the same time. Udemy, I don't think I'll be making Udemy courses. I have been working on some Vue courses for Scrimba, and I think all of those are going to be free. So I'll make an announcement when those are done. We just ran into some hiccups with the Scrimba platform, but Scrimba.com is a really good team, so they've been fixing stuff and making it more Vue friendly, which is awesome. Yeah, I really like that interactive video design they have. Yeah, so for here, this add section, we already kind of have these form elements here, because if I click add section, it adds this whole new section, which is, functional and kind of okay looking. So I'm going to try to steal this section from here and use the same component, here when I click on this. So let me take a look at that. So in the front end source, let's see. This is on the display curriculum page. And then I have this sections element is where I loop through all the sections. Okay, so that's just static. I need the form. So here's form sections from the other page. And I think I'm going to have to break this up because where am I looping here? So V4. Okay, so I'm looping through and displaying all of the forms in these cards. So I want to actually take this out and maybe, let's say, just form section. Okay, and then in here I'll put a template. I don't think so. Honestly, I haven't used PHP in years, and I'm not saying that PHP is bad, but I would have to, relearn it. And right now I'm much more interested. Well, I'm working in Python, doing a lot of JavaScript, and on top of that, I want to learn Rust. So I don't think I'll be doing any PHP. Okay, so let's see, V card. So let's take this, copy it, and paste. Didn't turn out exactly like I wanted, but okay. Okay, so I'll get rid of these. Oh yeah. Alright, so this. There. Okay. And then I'll just have to get through the loop, and basically this will be the card that's looped through. So I need to get rid of, I guess, just this key and this loop. Okay. And then I'll have to pass anything in props into here. So now let me take this out. Okay. So actually after here, let me create a form section, and then, yeah, I'll end up passing it in stuff, but I'll do this for right now. And now I need to import form section. So import form section from the file, which is in the same folder, form section. Save that. And okay, so I have props, so I need components. So components, and then form section here. Yeah, Rust is really nicely designed, and it's widely used in a lot of emerging technologies like WebAssembly, blockchain. There's a lot of different fun stuff being built in Rust in the IoT space. So I think that's not only a cool, well-designed language, but it opens up a lot of opportunities, I think. Okay, so now I need to borrow this stuff. So let me take this. Oh, yeah, and then fold this again. And then what do I need? Okay, so I'm looping through this, and then what I need to do is, oh yeah, pass in, or I guess I'll have access to the key, because, yeah, because I'm using it as a prop here, so I should have access to the key. And then what else did I need in here? Yeah, because I need the key, which is K. Oh, and I need to pass in the section, which, yeah, so section and K, and I think that's it. So let me see. So section, and I might be wrong about the key, but no, I should be able to. Let's see, so section, is, yeah, just section. And that should work. Oh yeah, I do need props in my thing here. So let's do a script tag. Usually auto completes. I guess because I hit backspace. Oh well. So script tag, and now for export default props, and the props will be, I guess, key, which is oh, it's a string, I think. It's a string, and then section, which is an object. Okay, so I think that should do it. And then here, I'm gonna have to find K. Oh, that's not a very good way to do it. Key. Well, let me try with something around it. So K passed into something. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll get a lot of them. So replace, oops, replace that. Oh, and then let me find, oops, K with a comma. Yeah, so I need to replace those two. So let me tab over. So I'll replace that with key. Okay, so let's see if that works. Oh, M. What is M from? Oh, I think that's a list in here. Good. So that's an inner loop that's happening inside of this form. Okay, so let me see if that still works. Still running. That's a good thing. And it's not showing up at all. So there's some kind of error. Property or method K is defined. Okay, so defined on instant. So, okay, let me clear these and refresh it. Yeah, so give it. So basically it's saying that K is defined here. K is such a hard variable name to search for. So it's in form sections. Okay. Oh, because I got rid of this. That's right. So it's actually in this file. Okay. So now it shouldn't get that error. And let's see. So name errors is not a function. So name errors. So I need to pass in these error functions. I think there's name errors. Oh, I also need add item. Hey Kim, how are you? Yeah, so I need name errors, and then I need add item. Oops. Add item. Alright. And I'm going to have to clean up all these methods and see the best way to pass them in. Okay, so section URL errors, so I have more errors to add. Alright, I think that's all for the errors, so oops. State. Okay, so nope, I got more errors. Name errors. Oh, I need props. So all these things, section URL errors, name errors, I need them in props. Oops. I think this is an object. Is it an object? We'll see. Name. Oh, this is a. I think this is a computed function. So let's say function. Function. Oh, cool. Project manager. That's a rough job. How's it going for you? I say it's rough because I had to manage a project for the first time. Not really for the first time, but like fully manage it by myself last year, and it was a lot of work. Oh, cool. Thank you. So was it your idea to use Vue, or is it something that they wanted to use? Okay, so key can't be used as a component prop. Okay, I was wondering about that. So yeah, I'm going to have to pass in k then. Oops. K equals k, and then fortunately it'll be easier this time because everywhere I put key, I think I can just replace it with, oops, with k. Just look through these real quick. Nope. Key up. Key. Why would this be M? Oh, right. Okay. So I can't actually do this. Okay, well. There's only so many of these, so. Cool, that's a lot. I wonder, I haven't checked on the code from that in a while. Should probably do some updates to the code for that tutorial. But I guess it still works because there haven't been any breaking changes in Vue since I made that Vue tutorial. Alright. So I probably should have checked about the key thing before. So, oh yeah, here. This will be an integer, or not an integer, number, right? I think it'll be a number now. But we'll see. I'm probably missing some key somewhere. Expected number, oh, got a string, so it is a string, okay. So string. Well, it's showing up, so that's good. Add item is not a function. Property method add item is not defined on the instance. Okay. Oh, I think I called it. Oh no, I didn't even add it here. So add item is a function. Alright. Cool. Get paid to watch live streams. That's pretty nice. I'm a consultant, so Yeah, so I don't get paid for anything other than coding now. Which I guess has its advantages and disadvantages. Because when you're working full-time for a company, you get paid for learning a lot of times. Okay, good. This sections thing works. And now I have this, oh no, this form section. So, can I ask you a question? Sure, you can ask the question. May or may not be able to answer it. So now that I have this form section, I'm actually going to steal it. For, let's see, this display curriculum. So I have an add item modal header, display sections. So I guess I'm going to pull it into my view for right now. Because these are all display components, and then I have this button called add section. So I need to pull it in and then do a VIF whether or not I'm going to display it. So, okay, so form section, oh wait, so VIF optimize SEO. Honestly, for SEO stuff, I usually, so if it's important, I guess I would use a library like Nuxt, which does server-side rendering, which is better for SEO, or what was the other one? Because you'd need to probably render your pages as static pages, but still make it feel like a dynamic web app. Yeah, Nuxt is good. There was another one. What's the Gatsby alternative? Oh, Gridsome. So something like Gridsome or Nuxt would probably be your best bet. A lot of things like SEO and accessibility, I think it's good to use tools to handle those things because it's hard to get it perfectly right yourself. So if those are important things, then you have to look at the tools that you're using and see, does this help me do all these other things that aren't necessarily related to the logic of the application. So VIF, I'm going to have to create a boolean for that. So display this add form section if show section form is true. Okay, so I'll do that. Oh yeah, and then I have to add let me add it here. So it's called form section, and then display curriculum. No, it's actually in the create form, and then it's form section. Okay, so I'm importing that, and now I need to put it in my components. So forms section. Okay, and now I'm not passing in any of the required props yet. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to keep the errors in the editing. I think, yeah, because I know it's helpful. Like, the thing about tutorials is they've done all of the hard parts for you. So it's like you're just doing this kind of code along mostly. It's helpful because, someone more experienced or who has been working with whatever that technology is can explain it as they're coding along. But again, you're going to run into all these errors that you might not know how to solve because you haven't used that technology before. Thank you. Okay, So here's the API for my component. So I guess I'm just gonna copy it and let's see, paste it. Oops. Undo. No. Perfect. So I'm using a combination of Vim and the default keys in this workspace, and I get confused with them sometimes. Alright. So I don't actually need... So K, actually, I'm going to have to pass in just the section index here. And then section... Okay, so these things I'm going to have to pass in, because I'm not looping like I am with form sections. I'm looping through these in v.sections each iter. Oh yeah, some of this is because of it's not necessarily from a section. This is actually v-validate. So I think this is, I'm looping here through the form validation for each section. So I'm going to have to use the form validation somehow without looping. I'm going to have to figure that out. But K, so for right now, K will just be, I guess, the length of whatever. How am I getting sections? So here in the sections component, I'm passing in the whole selected curriculum, which is, let me see what that is. So actually I can just look in Vuex. So that would be a single curriculum, which is the object with the sections array on it. Okay. Okay, so it has these two sections. So I can do, so I guess, should I push a new section onto it? Actually, I should make some kind of section here. Like, okay, so I have the dialog, edit field, selected curriculum, and I should make some kind of I guess temporary section, or adding section. Maybe I'll call it temp section. And then yeah, I'll put whatever fields on here. I guess I just need on a section. So I just need a name and a projects and resources array. So I'll put name, and there will only ever be one section that you can create at a time here anyway. Projects and resources. Oops. Okay. So that's fine for temp sections. So let me go to here. Oh, my cat is meowing. Okay. So section, so I'll replace this, wait, so I'll replace this with temp section, and that's good. And now K will be, I have to take the length of selected curriculum.sections, and that will be K, I think. let me see how this works out. So len it's a method in JavaScript. So, or it's not, it's just a property. I forgot what I was doing. So selected curriculum dot sections dot length. This is assuming there are sections. I think that you have to have at least one section, but I will have to check on that because I'm not sure if I made that stipulation. So anyway, I can get the length, which should be the same as if I had pushed a section onto the end of the array, because I'm not doing length -1, so using one base. Never mind. But yeah, this should be as if I pushed a new one onto the array, because it'll always be the last section, until I implement some kind of drag and drop so you can reorder sections. So name errors, section URL errors, add item. I don't have any of these functions here actually. So what I could do for now is kind of copy paste them, and then I'm going to have to pull this functionality out into its own component maybe actually, or put it directly in the form section component, so that way I can reuse it. So let me take a look at that. Because here's the form sections, and then I'm actually passing these up from the Vue, the parent component. So that's in display, no, create curriculum, because that's the form. Okay. And then there's main form, which has the form sections inside of the main form here. Okay. And then there are the validations. Okay. Add section, add item. Okay, so the add item does some validations to it. Hey, how are you? Yeah, and the thing with all of these functions, I'm good here under lockdown. How many weeks has it been? This is my 3rd week at home. I mean home full time, I think it is. Yeah, it must have been, actually I've been in lockdown a month I think, because I've canceled my monthly meetup for blockchain 2 months in a row. We've held it remote now, so yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I like being in the house. I hate XSLT. Did that come out of nowhere? I'm not sure. Or is it something I'm doing here? Okay, so I'm thinking that this form section, yeah, because here, so I have section, this is +1. Okay, so I need to pass it in with 0 based. I'll see. And then I'm passing in K, because they're going to look for errors there. Section.name.touch. So a lot of this has to do with form validation. Yes, nowhere. Okay. Thank you. Awesome. Have a good night, Kim. What time is it? It's 4:30 p.m. here. So, yeah, it's probably, I don't know what time in the Philippines. Like 4 a.m. or something. Oh, transformation hell. You can vent as much as you want here. Okay, so I'm thinking, because a lot of this is really custom validation for it being nested. Delete item, and all of these custom things. I don't know, this is a lot more complicated to abstract this away, because like section.name.touch, I'm telling the validation library basically that this field has been touched if they input something or if they click away. Okay, so if I pass that in, let me see if I can pull out the validation library. So I have Vuex /lib/validators, and then I'm doing these. Actually, Vuex, so I think Vuex I can globally register validations, right? Vuex, maybe? Let's see. Model validation library. Custom validators. Okay. Window.validate. Okay. Hug. Without view model. .vname.touch. Wait, so oh yeah, I was gonna see if I can globally register built-in validators. Okay, so built-in validators, there's a lot of them. So what I might need to do is just make new methods and import Vuex. And actually, if you were with me, maybe you weren't with me, this was like 20 screens ago or something, because I've been switching around in apps, but the Vuex was quite hard to implement because I'm doing form validation inside of several loops. So in this new component, we're only doing it inside of one loop. So the validation will be much easier. So let me import that. Let me do it here. Okay, so I have those. And now my form section. What was the other one? Oh, I need that boolean. So show section form, which temp section. Okay, so I'll do it here. And show section form, which is false. Yes, you were with me. I think we tried the built-in Vuetify validation, which wasn't great, and then some Vue validation, and we tried Vuex, and then we went to vvalidate. Oh no, we're using Vuex, so we must have tried vvalidate, and that didn't work how we wanted it to, and then we tried this. Anyways, okay, so validations. Pet info? What in the world is this? This is probably something that needs to be cleaned up. How did we get pet info in here? Yes. What in the world is pet info? Is that short for something? Yeah, my code from months ago, I can't remember. There are no pets in this application. I don't know what that's doing. Oh, this is the main form, so this is very poorly named. No idea why it's called pet info. That's gotta be renamed. Is it in this component too? Pet info. Good, no. Okay. So it's just in here. Let's see how many times. Pet info. What should we call this? Yeah, it's curriculum info. Not sure why it's called pet info. Anyway, I had to fix that. Cat info. Is it from my other? I don't know. I can't imagine what I was doing. Cat info. So there are no animals in this, so it's not really, shouldn't be about animals. Maybe I'm just thinking about cats all the time. I don't know. Okay. So now I have curriculum info. Oh, right, because I had to okay, so in my validation, so I'm going to copy this and take it. Oh, okay. Man, I'm really not great with jokes, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so validations, but this will be on temp section, so I'll do that here. And then, let's see. Temp section name is required. I'll just leave the max length for now. And then I guess projects and resources aren't required, so I'll just leave it like that. So yeah, the only validation that I need is max length. So I don't need all that other stuff. Oh yeah, I need required, so I don't need URL. Good. Alright. So I have value index of, okay. Temp section. I'm passing in temp section. Let me just see what errors are there. Maybe that's the next step I need to take. Hey Hacker Legends, how are you? Alright, so page displays. If I add a section, oh yeah, let me do that first. Let me get the form to show up and toggle. So if I click on add section, what happens? Yeah, so, oh, add section does nothing. Perfect. So it'll be this dot show section form, and I set that to true. Okay. It's running. Nope. Name errors not a function. Name errors not a function. Add item. Okay, so I need to make all these methods, basically. There's a lot of stuff going on in this component. After the stream, I'm gonna come up with a way to clean this up. And if you have any advice for me, you can raise an issue on the repo. Freelancing, so it depends on what you're talking about. So actually, before my first, what I call my official job, freelancing, before my first official programming job, I freelanced doing web, like more simple web pages, WordPress stuff, that kind of stuff. So it can be, but yeah, I think that it's really good if you're a beginner to work on a team with more advanced people, because that's really where I did most of my learning, was getting to work next to senior devs every day as a beginner and just, picking their brain for knowledge and trying to advance as fast as I can. It's very difficult to advance quickly if you're a freelancer. Okay. Now I need add item. So what do I want? So yeah, I just want this method to exist for right now. And then these errors, well, let's see. Name, max length. So what am I doing for errors here? Let's say name. Yeah, a good way to start freelancing, quote unquote freelancing, is doing something for a local business or someone maybe you know, or a friend of a friend. If you can even build any kind of an app or a website for them, for whatever payment you can get, I think that's a good place to start, because once you get that real world experience, you're going to really see, I guess you're going to see all the difficulties that there are in building something, especially building something by yourself when you have to take care of every aspect of development, from starting a project to deploying it, and then giving your client access to it, and then if they want updates, and handling all of that kind of stuff. So okay, so name errors. Need a curriculum. Okay, so I think I can use these, and then I can actually maybe use section URL. So I might need, let me see what it's doing here. Sections each. Pull new resources. Okay, so I do need an each here because I have an array. Okay, so there's a lot to do. Where to start? Let me take this and go over to display. Let's switch these two. Okay, so in display, in my computed, I'm just gonna add this. No, that's not where I want it. So invalidations. So inside of temp section, I do want to add let's say resources, and where is new resource and new project? Oh, right, because that's the mapping the form from. Okay, so actually I don't want that this way. If this is confusing, then I hope it gets more understandable in a second. So So this is inside of a single section. Let me look at, so this is for each section, but there will be only one section. New resource, new project. Okay, then I don't think I need each then. I think I was confused. So once again, let me get rid of all of that. And then which part do I want? Oh, sections has a goal. I didn't know about that. So let me take just this part and do, okay. No. I'm going to have to put it inside of here. Oh, that's inside the name. Okay. Oops. So about freelancing because I'm not graduated and I belong to family. Yeah. I mean, it could be a good way to build up your portfolio. So if you're looking locally, I don't know how much development work there is, wherever you live, especially if you live outside of a big city. You could start online. I know some people who are pretty successful on Upwork and some of those sites, but it takes a while to get started because you have to really grind to start to get clients, especially if you're new. So if you can get like one solid piece in your portfolio and then start to build a reputation online. Actually, what would be really good is if you can start to make, I don't know, tutorials or content or something and start to build a following online. I think that's the best thing you can start to do as someone who's learning anyway. Oh, so this is not correctly indented. Because then once you start to put yourself out there and, like write tutorials and then start to post, do maybe blog posts, but especially guest posting on larger websites, then you start to have people reach out to you because they feel like they know you after they read your blog, and then they're like, oh, I want to hire this person. And you start to network like that. So yeah, it's all about, when you're freelancing, it's all about networking. So that's a really good thing you could start to do now. People only for government jobs. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, but I know you're in India, right? We've definitely hired a lot of people from India at various companies I've worked for in the past because it seems like they just pump out lots of developer talent. So maybe online would be a good option for you. Okay, so I need these. New resource, new project. Right, because when they add, so in this form, oh, okay, URL is not defined. Where is that? Oh, okay, it's here. Right, because I was importing it here and now I'm not. So I'm going to import that again because I forgot it's nested inside of sections. Yeah, so here. So let me look at create again. So this is sections, and then let's see. Oops. Yeah, so then I have a list of these, and these aren't validated, they're just displayed. So the only thing I'm worried about validating are the ones that are currently being typed in, which are this new resources and new projects. So I'm going to have to add those onto data here. in temp section. So here, yeah, I'll just copy this. Okay, so I'll do, yeah, so here, I'll do that. Alright, so these will have the new resources, new project, and then they'll be added on to this array. So this is a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So let's see. Sections, computed methods. So what else do I need to grab? I have data set up for a section, and I have the validations for that section, and then these errors. So I need errors, and maybe I'll just copy these. Alright. So incomputed. Oh, accidentally did that. Where was I? There's a method, so incomputed. I'll do this, and then I'll just get rid of this extra methods declaration here. And then inside of methods, so I have name errors. Oh yeah, get rid of that. I'm gonna have to fix that, but in a second. And let me put this down with the other section stuff. Yeah, I might need to make some make a renderless component here because there are just too many functions. Update section, remove section, add item. So maybe here. Section name errors. Okay. So I have section URL errors, section name errors, and add item, and I have to, okay, so I'm passing these in here. Let me see how that works. Oh. Okay, curriculum info is undefined. Right, because, so here I'm doing curriculum info. Alright, good night, Hacker Legends. Good luck with freelancing or whatever you're going to do. Oh wait, this dot curriculum info. This dot v dot curriculum info is undefined. So curriculum info. So v dot curriculum info. Curriculum info. Okay. Because I have it here. Name, goal, description. Oh, right. So I don't need it in here. So let me see where it is here. So name errors is just talking about curriculum info. So I think I can get rid of that. And then, okay, no more results. So I don't think I need it anywhere else. Yeah. Wait, name errors. Am I passing that in here? Let's see. So I can get rid of that. Oh yeah, why do I have to pass in name errors to here. Let's see. Name errors. Oh, I'm actually using it inside of sections, but if I look at it here, it's, let's see, if I look at it here, then it's this dot, the curriculum info. So it's a completely different name there, which is weird. Return errors. I think for right now, I'm just going to computed, let's do name errors, return an empty array. Name errors is not a function. So which component is this in? Form section. Name errors is not a function. So name errors, and then, oh, because I'm not passing it in. So let me try passing it in again. Popped up, expected a function got an array. What about here? Let me look at this create form. Yeah, so that whatever that's passing in is better. Name errors. Hey Mohammed, how are you? Computed, so it is a computed method. And then, oh, I'm passing in section name errors as name errors. Why am I doing that? Section. Oh, okay. So it's different. Alright, so do I have section name errors here? Yes, I do. Okay, let me try that then. And I'll get rid of this extra stuff that doesn't mean anything. And then in my component, I'll do form section. So name errors will be section name errors. Oh wait, let me go to this page. There we go. Add section. And it doesn't work. But now it's with the validation, so it means all the other functions are right, I think? Oh, okay, so I don't have the right validation object. So validate should give me the this dot $V. Oh, it's looking for this dot $V sections, and it's undefined. So right. So let's see. $V dot sections. So it's not doing it here. $V isn't in there. So in form section it says this $V. So how come, oh, so this is in display curriculum, so it's showing up here. Okay, and this is not, alright. I'm just going to take out the validation for right now. Okay. And now section.goal is undefined. I don't think I have it in data. I think I forgot goal. Let's see. Goal, yeah, I don't have it here, so let me just add that as a string, an empty string. Then section.resources $model is undefined in form section. Let's see. It's been so long since I used this validation library. So in form section, let's see. It's section.resources.model. Oh, okay, so here, so passing in the validation resources.model.length. So it's throwing an error here. Let's see what that is. Let me go here actually. So section.resources. There. So it's actually this VIF, so if there are any resources, it displays here. So this is the VIF that shows up, this list of cards, I guess. So let me look at how that shows up in this component. So create curriculum. This is where, oh, in form. Let me go down to form section. So form sections, and yeah, form section. Yeah, that's the first one. So I have all of these props that I passed in, and I have this section prop, which actually comes from the Vuex library. So I have model on here with goal name. Okay, good. On section. So how come in here, let's see, sections, so section, goal name. Oh, let me see what I'm passing in. So from here, for section, I'm passing in section, which is an iteration of v.sections. And v.sections is because I'm looping through main.form. And here are the form sections, and then I'm passing in v as $V. So I need to see what $V is in my display curriculum component. Yeah, I have $V, temp section. So I think I need to be passing in $V.temp section, and that will work here. Instead of section. because section, right now I'm just passing in from data here, but I need to be passing in validations. So $v dot temp section. And that should give me the $ model. Because now here, if I pass in the computed temp section on my validations, then I have this $ model, just like I need. Okay. Oh, sweet, awesome. Yay, so now it's adding the section. It's not perfect. Of course, I have nan instead of a number. What am I doing there? Okay. Selected curriculum dot sections dot length. What does that equal? Let me look at what selected curriculum is. And selected curriculum dot sections dot length. So that should be a number. Why is that not a number? Oh, is it expecting a number instead of a string, maybe? Oh, because I was literally passing in this string. Okay. So let me see if that works. It still might not be the right prop type. Okay, yeah, seemed to work. Am I getting errors? Oh, it expected a string with the value too. So I'll just, yeah, put in a string. Alright, so do that. And then make it a string. Sweet. So now I have it where at least it's displaying. Let me check out the form validation. Okay, so I don't have all the same form validation because I did get rid of some of it down here. I have the validation in here. I just need to be returning errors, so let me fold that. So let's edit, save edit, all the dialog. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Alright, so now I have, it's been well over an hour now. So I have name errors, URL errors, and these errors I need to fill in with validation. So let me see, now that I have the rest of the form working, let me see what validation I can take. So it's in main form is where I have the validation. Let's see, section name errors. So I'll just, can I yank between files again? I mean, this isn't Vim, so this is VS Code. Section name error, so here. Is that the one I took? No. It's just easier to copy paste. That's one of the most annoying things about Vim is the copy pasting. Actually, that's the #1 reason why I don't use Vim full time. Why I use an editor like this. I mean, there are other good things too, but that's like the #1 thing that's frustrating with using just Vim in the terminal. Alright, so instead this .v sections.each.iter name. So now all this is going to be I have this dot v dot temp temp section iter each iter. I think that's it. Let me actually look at this. The content display curriculum. So it's this $V object. So then I have temp section, and I have all of these things on it. So okay, so I have name, and then I can see if it's dirty or not, and all those other $sign attributes. Alright, so I have name.dirty, return errors. Otherwise, let's see, temp section. So I have this, and I can replace this. Okay, so this should work now. Let's try it out. Yeah, sweet. I wonder if it works there. No. But that's good. So what about URL errors? So the URL error is basically this resource link has to be a valid URL, or it should throw an error, because you shouldn't be typing a random string into here. So okay, so now let me take this URL errors and paste it here, and now do the same thing I did before, which is update this. Okay, so this will be new resource or new project. So this will map out with this new resource or new project, this object, which matches up to the form inputs. Okay, and then here, we need this here too. So temp section. So this should work. Let's see if that works too now. Yeah, so it's not required, but if something is there, it has to be a valid URL. And I'm using this URL checker because inside of here, inside of the validations, I'm importing that URL checker from Vuex, so I don't have to build my own custom validation for URLs. Okay, so that's good. I have the section working and validations working. Also, if this is too long, yeah, must be at most 20 characters, which I might do that at 30. Let me see, where does it say 20? Should be 30, I think. Seems more reasonable. 30 characters. Let's see what it says. Yeah, here it already says 30, so I don't know why it said 20 over there. Let me look at what it is in the form. I think that was a typo. It says 30 right there. So, okay, so here, I just basically need to replace that. Okay, so these are working. Oh, let me see. I don't think I actually have this hooked up. Yeah. Let me do that one more thing where when I hit save resource, it'll list resources here. Yeah, no errors. It's just not passing in anything. So in form section, this VIF, and then I display a card before resource in sections.resources section.resources.model. So when I push, let's see, add item. So I don't have add item working because this should push a resource on. Yeah, so let me see, add item. So let me see how I have add item set up in here. So unfortunately, or fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. Most of this logic is the same, so, but I'm gonna have to update it because some of it's different. So I'm not sure what happened. So it's type and I, and then paste, and then, okay, so it's done. So I'm passing in the type, which is just the string resource or project. I'm changing it into camel case here. I don't need this. So this will be replaced with temp section, because I only have one section in this one. So then item, and this will also be temp section. And then how many of these do I have? Okay, so this will be temp section. No, I'm not pushing anything. Wait, so, oh, onto resources or projects. Yeah, so instead of this, oops, undo. So instead of this, here I need temp section, and then it'll be an array after that. So then I can push onto an array. Snack bar. Oh, because I'm sending snack bar messages. That's fine. Hi, Patrick. Yeah, a little late. I'm just trying to wrap up anyway. I'll be back on Sunday, which will be for a Python stream at 1 p.m. I'll be doing Code Wars again as a pair programming stream. That was a lot of fun last week. And then next Friday, I'll be back on live streaming. JavaScript anyway, next Friday at the same time. Maybe I'll try to do another stream in the week if I'm not too busy. Okay, so I have this. What was I just checking on? Oh yeah, add item. Yay! So the item displays, let me see. Yeah, items display fine, that's good. But this .sections is undefined in display curriculum. Oh, right here. This is where it clears that form. It'll clear this input after I add the new item. Yeah, so all I want to do here is temp section, basically. Temp section. Okay. Yay, awesome. So yeah, that's all the coding. Now let me just go ahead and update the dev tasks. So I did update the UI for CRUD operations. The only thing I didn't get as much done as I wanted, but the only thing left, or let me click on this to edit it, is to, okay, so these should be checkboxes. I think I can do this in Markdown, so I have a checkbox that I can check off. Create CRUD operations, okay, and then on each section's, CRUD operations header, so that I can edit or delete. So I didn't create these ones, but I did add create section form to display page, and I did that. So let me update this, and now I can check these off. So I did the add section button, and I added the create section form and validation and everything. So now all I have to do for the UI anyway is to add the icons onto, where is it? So I have to add icons into the headers here, because I should have an icon to remove or edit a section so that you can edit like the title and that kind of stuff. So I'll have to add those icons, and yeah, but I'll do that next stream. And then I feel like the UI is always the hardest part, and then everything else just goes more smoothly. So in the next week, I'll do this CRUD functionality and add those icons and hook them up to Vuex. Yeah, I have to go too, so I'll see you. Nobody's Patrick, everybody else. I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to comment, raise an issue, or anything on this repository here. Oh wait, I'm trying to move my face. Yeah, on my curriculum app repository. I'll be working on it again next Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. See you.